Bring your model to life with MCV Products. Visit them on the World Wide Web at mcvproducts.net.
Alright. Sorry about the fan noise in the background. That's the heater and it's cold, so we got to live with that. But yeah, we have our Revell 1970 Firebird Trans Am finished. It's standing in for the 74, which that kit is almost impossible to find for our Dazed and Confused group build. We have this is White Lightning. You see him in a couple of scenes in the movie. In the movie, it's a 74 white 74 Trans Am, so we kind of replicated that. The only real difference is the tail lights are different on this one than from the 74. But anyway, so this is a Revell kit. It's a very basic kit, but it's really nice. It goes together well. The engine's got a lot of detail. The decal sheet is awesome. By the way, these decals did not come in that kit. It only has the 70 Trans Am decals. These actually came out of the MPC 77 Trans Am kit. So for the black and blue bird that we needed. And the wheels are also not in the kit. Those are 3D. Or the 3D cast resins. There's a cast, they're not 3D printed. Honeycombs. The kit comes with a set of Kragers and then like for a Resto mod rubber band style wheels. But so it's got a great decal sheet. Even with the ones that I use, most of the decals in there, except for the obvious Trans Am birds and whatnot that I needed for this one, and it worked out really well. We painted it with the actually on this one we did the Mr. Surfacer 1500 white primer, and we just clear coated it. Then we put our decals on and we clear coated it again. The little bare metal foil and decals, and clear coated it one more time. Yeah, so it's basic, and we get in and look inside, and you might even see when we look inside in a minute. It had a rear weird interior, but that's the way the car was in the movie, so that's the way we did it. So give us 1 second and we'll take it down off the turntable so we can get a little closer look at stuff. Be right back. Alrighty then, we got her down off of there. Real quick, we'll tip it up. Show you the underside. Since it was a unibody, I primed it in gray and did like a white overspray on the edges like it would have been painted in the factory. And we made our front and rear frame sections were painted in a flat black, and we and those are leaf springs, and then we picked out our exhaust and drive shaft and stuff like that. Other than that, it's basic, pretty basic build. And we'll get up here, pops the hood, get in there. Where's my stick? Here it is. Okay. So it's pretty much under here is right out of the kit. with the exception of plug wires. I added plug wires to it, and I hit them with a Morgan distributor. You see down there in the bottom here, we added lower radiator hose, and then we up here we added the heater hoses to it. So yeah, because these things were like a mess underneath, and this one didn't even have air conditioning. When you put air conditioning into the mix, it was a complete jumbled mess under there. We got our 6.6 decal and our shaker on there, and all looking good, Okay, we should, on this one we should be able to get in there because it's a light color. The kit does come with the decals for the dash, for the turned metal trim plate, as well as all the gauges. You get decal for the horn button on the steering wheel. You get one for the button on top of the stick shift. This one does have an automatic in it. Let's see if we can get in here on this side a little better. You have to focus. There we go. So yeah, we got the bird there on the steering wheel, and I won't be able to get it, but there's one on top of the stick shift as well. And so you get that turned metal panel for the dash panel, and the trim panel that goes around the shifter is in there. The kit comes with the seat belts on the decal sheet. I just cut them out and glue them on. I don't wet them down. So yeah, this car had a real funky interior. The roof panels, pillar covers, all that was white. The seats were white. The door cards were white, but everything else was blue. The package tray, the dash, the console were all blue with a vinyl, and then the carpet was a slightly darker shade of blue. It's the only one I've ever seen that way. All the other ones I've ever seen were all monochromatic, or they had black carpet and in the roof material was black, and then you had the colored vinyl. All the vinyl was the same color, but this one had the two different colors, and that's the way it was in the movie. There are pictures on the internet of the actual car that was featured in the movie, so we went based on that. So the honeycomb wheels are a custom cast, because those don't come in this kit, and we got them off of eBay. You should be able to find them pretty simply, and they're made for this kit, so they're the right size to go into the tires. And I got about 2 sets of them, so I got a spare that I painted up for next time I do something like this. I'll have that. Need honeycombs for, we'll have them. So that is almost the end of my Dazed and Confused series that I'm going to do personally. I am going to do the 67 Camaro sometime down the road. That car appears in like the first 5 seconds of the movie. It's a black, just a black, plain black. I think it's in primer, from what I could tell from it, so that'll make it easy. I can just shoot it with primer and hit it with the satin coat and call it done as far as painting. You can tell it's a 67 because it has the vent windows on it. Yeah, and then that would be it, unless I come up with a short bed 72 Chevy C10. Other than that, we are done for our Dazed and Confused. So I hope you enjoyed my builds in the series. Donnie Griffiths has done one. There's several other people. I apologize if I don't remember off the top of my head. Fred Henry, who co-sponsored this group build, he's got his done, and he may do another one because I gave him a GTO kit, so he may get that one done eventually. But yeah, there's a bunch of cool cars in that movie. If you want to hop in on that group build, you're more than welcome. It runs all the way to Memorial Day, so you basically still got 6 months till it's over. And it can be any car or truck, van, whatever, from the movie Dazed and Confused, which was last day of school in 1976 in a small town in Texas. So I'm going to say good morning, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in the world when you see this video, and we will see you on the next one. Alright, alright, alright.